Hello. Good, it's still afternoon. Only got about 25 more minutes left before, um, it's 6 o'clock. So it's still afternoon, but pretty close to evening. Anyway, okay, so I wanted to tell a little story. I feel like I can probably do it now without crying or, um, and this one is like done. It's got a lot of positive memories. So, um, I've been doing a lot of remembering Tom Petty. He, his music was an escape for me as a teenager, as a young adult, to an adult. It became more of an enjoyment as an adult. So the story I want to share is is okay. So my first concert I went to see him was in 1999. I was never really a very rich person. My family barely had any money for anything. So my first concert that I ever went to, big publish, whatever kind, was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It was for his Echo tour. And I remember it was at the Target Center. And I remember me and my husband it was my boyfriend then, but my husband then, we got lost, leaving the cities, because the Target Center is up in the cities, to come back to where we live in our town, because we don't live up in the cities. So, but anyway, that's not the story I want to tell. The story I want to tell is, okay, with his last DJ album that came out, I want to say 2001, maybe. I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am wrong. Just going by memory right now. I could have looked it up before I actually did a video, but the year does not matter. The story is, when that album came out, I was playing Dark Age of Camelot, I remember. And I had scanned my CD into iTunes. And back then, iTunes was on your computer. And I liked how it would list like all your songs, and you could rate your songs too by a 5-star system. So my husband had set us to 5 stars is both my husband and myself like the song. 4 stars is he liked that, those are his songs that he likes. 3 stars was mine. 2 stars was the kids, and I think I don't remember what star 1 was for. But anyway, we had like a little system. That's how we did ours. It probably messed up, the rating. You're supposed to rate your song by, oh my God, it's 5 stars. It's a good song. But that's just the way we did it. But anyway, that's still beside the point. Come on, get your ADD in check. Come on. Okay, so I would be crafting in Dark Age of Camelot, and you actually had to sit there and craft. Like, you'd have to sit there. You had all your items in your inventory, and then you would manually. There's no craft all button, or craft 15 or craft 10 or whatever. There was no button for like that. You had to sit there and wait for that little bar to come across. Then bring, and then you have to hit craft again. Well, anyway, I was a tailor, so I would craft things like that. And anyway, so I remember getting my tailor up to master tailor, I think first on server, but I'd imagine the other person who was my nemesis would probably say he was, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, I did a lot of crafting, and what I would do was I would fire up iTunes and play iTunes in the background on my computer while Alt Tab, I'll turn on iTunes. I don't remember if I had to do any kind of turn off my game sound or anything, but anyway, I would just play Last DJ on loop, or I had a list of Tom Petty songs as well, but I remember mostly I remember doing the Last DJ on loop so I could learn the songs before we would go to see him in concert. And that I liked that. I liked doing that. I did that for a couple of his concerts. The last one that I had done, because I didn't get to see him the only concert I didn't get to see was Hypnotic Eye, because he didn't come to Minnesota. So I don't know if that was because they had construction going on with the U.S. State Bank stadium. Not sure what the issue would have been, but anyway, he just missed over Minnesota, and I was really hardcore begging my husband to, drive to another city, like Chicago is not too far away. I think it's a 6-hour drive to Chicago. Milwaukee is, I think, about 6-hour drive as well. There might be more than that. I haven't actually. But those were the two closest. And I think the next one would have been Kansas City. So that's also a 6-hour, 7-hour drive away or something. It might even be more. But anyway, so we didn't get to see that. But it was just funny because I just happened to think of it because as I was listening to Tom Petty radio, driving my daughter to her dance place, one way there is 15 to 20 depending on, lights and stuff. And then 15, 20 to back home. And so I've been, listening to Tom Petty radio while I was doing that. And I was listening to other people talk about their experiences because they have a hotline going right now where you can call in and tell your story of your memories of Tom Petty. And since I have major ADD, I would not do well at all with a type of that type of situation, because look, I'm already seven minutes in, and I just barely got to the story I wanted to tell. So I just thought that I would finally share some of my memories of that just happens to be one of them, because I remember sitting there crafting in Dark Age of Camelot and just listening to Tom Petty on loop. And I have several other stories just like that where, I'm listening to a Tom Petty mix with City of Heroes, and I don't know, there's a place in City of Heroes that I remember, and when I was going through the place there, it just reminded me of the song. So I would always play that song when I was in that area, if I had a mission over there, mission door or whatever. It just, anyway, just playing online games and having his music playing in the background so I could learn the songs off his new album that, then new. That way, when we went to the concert, I would actually, know the songs and just kind of, and I used to be one of the only people that would be jamming along with his new songs, which, I didn't care. I didn't mind. But anyway, I'm sad that I will never get to see him in concert again. So I hope if he is in an afterlife that he is somewhere where, he's happy and stuff. So anyway, bye.